So welcome everyone to Indore Data and BI community, and it is a part of Microsoft Fabric community in which we are organizing events. So this is the first event of our community where we are going to talk about how you can effectively use AI tools like Copilot, ChatGPT if you are working as a Power BI developer, or even if you are learning Power BI, then how you can use it to improve your learning, how you can use it to evaluate yourself. But before going to the sessions, I just want to share a little bit about the Microsoft Fabric community, because this is going to help you a lot in every aspect of your career. So let's say if you are just learning Fabric or just learning Power BI. So firstly, you can come to this Microsoft Fabric community, and as you all might have known that Microsoft Fabric has combined everything related to the Microsoft product. So even if it's Power BI, data engineering, data warehouse, there are so many things you can see on the screen. We have Power BI, data engineering, data warehouse, data science, data factory, real-time intelligence, databases, and Fabric platform. So you can find particular sections for all of this. So I am going to tell you about what are all the things you will get inside this community. So first of all, you can click on any one of this. Let's say for now we are looking for Power BI. So you can click on this and you will be directed to the forum for particularly for Power BI. So here you can find different sections like desktop services. As we all know, Power BI is combined of Power BI desktop, Power BI services. We have Power Query editor. So we will see the option for Power Query. Then there is separate options for DAX and some other things. So let's say you face any doubt. If you are working as a Power BI developer, you faced any error or any issue or anything you want to ask to the community, you can simply come here. If it is related to desktop, you can come to this section, click on desktop, and then you can post your message. And there are around 4,000 people online every time. With my experience, I am saying, even if we scroll down for now, and if you can see right now 15,000 users are online. So when you post your questions here in the community, you will get the answers from the Microsoft super users. Microsoft MVPs are also active in this community. So you will get the accurate answer, and then you can mark it as accepted, or if you have any doubt, you can connect with them in the chat box itself. Let's say just for an example, let's open this thread. So this person might be having some issue. So he has just posted it. And you can see this super user has replied to his issue with the solution. And if he or she has any doubt, they can click on this reply button and ask them. So in this way, this is going to help you a lot if you are working as a Power BI developer. The other thing is, we have seen about the doubt section, but this is not the everything which it consists. It has Fabric Career Hub. Now let's say you are just learning Power BI or exploring the data analytics domain. You can come to this Fabric Career Hub. You can click on this, and here you can find the proper path of becoming a data analyst using Microsoft certification. You will see the documentation here. So you can see this consists of the certification journey. You can click if you want to become a data engineer or analytics engineer. Right now there are two certificates, DP 700 and DP 600. We also have PL 300. So you can come scroll down below. There are various roles which they can offer. So analytics engineer, this is the new role which is for Fabric analytics engineer. Then we have data analyst, data engineer, and data scientist. So you can see when you click on these, they will tell you about their details, their average salary. Here you can find the details about the associate certification. It will be good for the data analyst. If you go to data engineer, then they will tell you it will be beneficial for you to do the data engineer associate certification. And in this way you can explore this community. And in the additional opportunity, you will get the Career Hub forum, learning rooms, and Fabric analyst in a day events. Now many times I see that many students face issue like they don't have the school ID or business ID. So how they can explore the Fabric like Microsoft Fabric or Power BI services? We can explore the Power BI desktop easily by downloading it, but for Power BI services we need the school account or the business account. So you can join these Fabric analyst in a day events. They provide some dummy account for you, or they can provide you some virtual machines in which you can explore the Power BI services or Fabric. Then about the Career Hub forum, so We have so many doubts when we switch career, or when we are looking for jobs, or when we are doing certificates. So this is a particular section for Career Hub where you can post your doubts. So let's say if you want to get guidance about any certification, or how to pass this, how to prepare this, clarity for the career. So you can post your questions here and people will answer your questions. You can interact with them, you can learn from them. So this is about the Career Hub. Apart from this, what we have is user groups. So right now, if you can see, we are in the Indore Data and BI community. This event is organized with this community. And online event you can join from anywhere. But sometimes you are looking for some offline events. So what you can do is, you can simply go to this Fabric user group section. When you go here, you just have to fill the location where you are looking for the user group, and almost for every state there are user groups have been created. So the first one you can see is India Microsoft Fabric user group, then UP user group, Nepal, Bangladesh. If you click on see all groups, then for all the cities like Pune, Ahmedabad, you can find out the user group for particular location. So you can join them, you can follow them if they are organizing any offline event. This will help you to network with the existing professional, working professional, to meet them in person, to connect with them. So this will also going to help you a lot. You can see we have the Indore Data and BI community, then we have Delhi group. You will also find the Pune group, Chennai group, Hyderabad group. So all groups are present here. And if you feel that some groups are not available, or if you want to start a user group for your city, then you can start a new group by clicking here. So this is about the user group. Then we have the gallery section. So if you want to publish your themes, the reports you have created, you can come to this gallery section. From the top you can click galleries, and then you have to go to Power BI. Here you can go to themes gallery. Even if you are not if you don't want to publish the report, but if you want to just look for the reports, like how reports are people are working on, what are the themes they are using, so you can come to this themes gallery section, and you can just look for the themes here and get ideas for your existing reports. You can also submit a new report from here. So this is about the galleries. Apart from it, we have the blog section. So if you are writing blogs, then you can come to this Fabric community blogs, and you can submit your own blogs, and they will be published on the Microsoft website itself. So you can see we are in the Fabric community blogs. We will go to the Power BI community blog. So I will just show you for an example, as I publish the blogs for Power BI related things. So that's why I have come to the Power BI community blog, and if you scroll down, you can see this my blog is published on the Microsoft website itself. So to do this, you have to be bit active on community, like you have to post some questions, you have to answer some question. And if you are active for few days, or there is no specified criteria, but if you are active for some time, then you will be eligible to contribute to the blog. You will not be directly eligible. So this is about the blogs. Then we have the learning section. So Career Hub we have already discussed. Career and learning discussion, you will find out the modules for complete Power BI, complete Fabric, everything. They have the tutorials and documentation, so you can check here. So this is all about the Microsoft Fabric community. So now for this section, if anyone has any doubts, then feel free to drop into comment, and then we will move toward the how we can use ChatGPT and Copilot for Power BI. You can drop it into the chat box if you have any doubt. Okay, I guess we are good for now. Even if you face any okay, we have one question. Does the Fabric has a sample data for analytics and practice? Yes, definitely. If you go into Microsoft Fabric, you will find out the demo data. You can always use the adventure work dataset. If you ever want to work with Power BI, just go to Google, search for adventure work. So you can see on the Learn Microsoft website, you will be able to find this sample databases. You can download it and import it into your SQL Server. And even if you directly open the Power BI, you will get the option to import the sample data. Is there any charge to be a part of Fabric community? This is a good question. The complete Microsoft Fabric community is free. And even if you are part of community, if you are contributing to the community, there is no monetary benefit. It is completely free. Even if you want to publish blogs, you will not be get paid. You have to do everything for free. If you are asking questions, if you are seeking guidance, everything will be free. You can reach out to MVPs, you can reach out to super users for your problem, and they cannot charge you money. And all the events which are organized by the community, let's say if any other community, even if our community, Indore community, is organizing event, it should be free of cost. Okay, so let's move to our session now. We will not waste time, just directly come to our session. So firstly, welcome to Indore Data and VI community. We are going to talk about how you can effectively use AI as a Power BI developer. So when we work with Power BI, now I'm going to talk specifically about Power BI and how you can enhance your work method. So we face many small tasks which can be done within minutes or within seconds, but due to lack of research, due to lack of knowledge, or sometimes we get stuck somewhere, then we have to go to Google, search about it, search about the logic which we have to create, and it wastes a lot of time. So using AI, we can save our time, we can automate our task, repetitive task, we can do that. So mainly we are going to divide this into two parts. First one is for Copilot and the second one is for ChatGPT. For Copilot, I have just keep it very simple, because if we want to use Copilot, then we should have the premium license, and the premium charges of premium license is very high, so it will not be available, and also in free trial it is not available. So I have just attached some images and a video for you so that you will get an idea of it. But for ChatGPT part, I will be going to show you a demo, so that even if when in future you will use it, you will be get the idea of how we can use it. So just going toward the Copilot part. Firstly, we get the Copilot within the Microsoft Power BI itself. So let's say you want to create any basic formula. So you can go to this quick measure section. You can see on the screen. There you will get the option for suggestion with Copilot. For now, this feature is free, so you can use this. You can simply enter that calculate count of order, click on generate, and the measure will get created. So this is how you can use it into Power BI desktop. I will also show you into the app itself. And the let's go to Power BI desktop app. Okay, so you have to come to this home tab. You have to click on this quick measure button, and you can select the calculation like whatever you want to do. So here let's say we want to calculate max per category. You can add the base value like from which table you want to create and which category you want to create. So in this way you can use Copilot. But if you click on this Copilot button, it will ask you for the email ID, because this is paid. It require you to fill the email. So that's why I'm not going much into detail about this. So apart from this, we get the Copilot feature within the DAX query view. But if you are a beginner, you can ignore this. But if you are experienced, then using Copilot, you can write the DAX queries. Within the TMDL view itself, soon it is going to launch. I have connected with some Microsoft managers. They are planning to do it, and also in Power Query Editor, you will see the facility of Copilot. So now I will show you a quick demo of what Copilot can do. Yeah, so I'm playing a video. Just let me know if you are able to hear the audio of the video.
Say I'm a sales analyst for a hotel and resorts company. Now, with Copilot and Power BI, I can simply describe the report I want to build and get insights in seconds. Maybe we need a new report to help us understand the profile of our customers, to gain insights into what is driving return visits to our properties. I just describe what I need, and Copilot will automatically analyze my data and create a new report based on my needs. Immediately, Copilot created a new Power BI report that is fully interactive, and I can start slicing and dicing my data to explore deeper. Copilot added the charts and slicers I requested, but also conveniently gives me options to adjust the output to get just what I'm looking for. For example, let's switch to ask for metrics and trends and a slightly different layout. Automatically, Copilot updates the report. Let's go ahead and keep this report page, but it goes much further. I can also ask analysis questions such as, what are the main drivers for repeat customer visits? Copilot responds by adding a new page to my report and uses Power BI's built-in advanced analysis capabilities for finding key influencers for variables in my data. Right away, I can see that customers who purchase spa visits are the most likely to be repeat visitors, followed by those who rented sports equipment. I can easily explore Power BI's key influencer visual further to learn more. I can even automatically see the most significant segments in my data just by clicking. Now let's go back to the first page and finish up our new report. I'm going to ask Copilot to make it look like our existing sales dashboard. Copilot automatically finds and references the dashboard to adjust my report with formatting and layout to match. Best of all, I can still interact directly with the Power BI report Copilot has created. So for example, if I wanted to manually change this line chart to add the reason customers were visiting, it's easy to do with just a few clicks. Let's also change the line chart to a ribbon chart to make the data really stand out. Finally, to make the report even easier for my team to understand, I'm going to ask Copilot to add a rich text description of my data right inside the report. This narrative summary is fully dynamic, and not only does Copilot highlight interesting insights from my data, but it provides citations from where in the report the data was taken. This summary will update every time the data is refreshed, or people filter the report with new insights based on the data. And just like that, in seconds, I've created a report that would have taken hours or days to do manually. Copilot, built on top of Azure OpenAI, is truly revolutionary for how we empower everyone to find and share insights.
Yeah, so this is about Copilot. So you can see it has just created a report within a second. You just have to enter the prompt that using this data create the report. You can customize the report by using the existing report. You just have to enter the prompt that make it look like the existing sales dashboard. Apart from this, there are so many things like you can summarize the data, you can ask question like which city has the highest sale. So now you might think that what is the role of then Power BI developer is everything can be done just by an LP. Client can even do that. They can go to Copilot, they can ask to create a report and it will be done for them. Then the job for Power BI developer will be of no use. But this is not the thing, because to get such result we have to optimize our data, we have to clean our data, we have to do proper data modeling. If our data model is not correct, then we will not see the correct result in the visual, or we can say in the report. And when the client want to create such report, they have to be bit technical, they have to explain the requirement clearly. But in real life, the client doesn't throw the requirement in simple terms. They just come and say imaginary things like do this, do that. But on real, when you work on real life project, you have to communicate with them, ask them like what is the specific thing you want to see in the report, even if it is possible or not. That feature is available in Power BI or not, because they are non-tech persons. They will just throw you with the demands. You have to fulfill that. You have to inform that like is this possible or not. So all these things, other than that, creating data model, data cleaning part, so these things should be only be done by Power BI developer. So to be effective in coming future, you have to learn to work with AI, not to be afraid with AI. So this is about Copilot. We cannot do hands-on as it requires the premium license. But now let's see how we can use ChatGPT, because it is freely available and we use it day to day life. I hope everyone is aware about ChatGPT. Everyone has at some point of life have used it, maybe for Power BI, maybe for something else, for your learning journey. So let's see how you can effectively use it. So I'm just going to show you few ways. So first thing comes when you go to ChatGPT, we can communicate with ChatGPT into natural language. But when we communicate with it, we have to keep something in mind. Firstly, how to create effective prompts. So this plays the key roles whenever you are interacting with any AI tool. It is not just specific to ChatGPT. Even if you are using Google Bard or Copilot or any other AI tool, you can focus on these points. The first thing is establish the role for specific use cases. Now just assume that you go to ChatGPT and ask something common question like how to calculate year over year growth. We will see in ahead in this video, but if you just directly ask, they will show you the concept behind it, the logic behind it. They will show you the mathematical formula for it. But if you are working as Power BI developer, then firstly you have to establish the role. Let me show you. Okay, so this is the interface of ChatGPT. You might have already familiar with this. So let's ask what is year over year growth. So you can see this has written me the specific logical formula, the definition of it. But now if I have to implement this in Power BI, again I have to dedicate some time to understand this logic, what it is doing, how we can implement this in Power BI. But if you are working, then how I will show you how to establish the role. So what you have to do is you just have to enter one prompt. If you enter this and then if you ask this, then it will be morely focused on the Power BI side and DEX side. So it will return you the measure. But coming before doing it, I will also be coming to the second point. You have to be as clear and specific as possible. So earlier what we did was just entered our requirement in a simple one line, what is year over year growth. But now what we will do is we will implement those 2 points. Firstly, we will establish the role, pretend to be a certified Power BI developer and a data analyst. So now you can see I have not entered anything earlier of my question, but it has already provided me the DEX measure, the logics, how to create it, how to visualize it, why to use DEX for year over year growth. So this is the effect of entering right prompts. I have created some prompts too. So right now you can see still ChatGPT has provided us 3-4 different measure. But now be more specific, be more clear about requirement. So now I will ask it what is year over year growth, how to calculate it in Power BI, write the formula using DEX. And I will also share the detail about my dataset, that my dataset has a column named current year sales and a column named previous year sales. And the table name is sales. So let's enter this and see what ChatGPT will return. So now you can see we get the definition, we get the mathematical formula for our understanding, and now we get a single measure using which we can directly just have to copy this, go to our Power BI report and paste it. The table name already specified, the column name already specified, everything ChatGPT has done for you and also provided you the explanation like what the measure is doing. So in this way you can effectively use ChatGPT. It will save your time. The next thing is provide context and example and set the tone or level of complexity. Now this will be helpful when you will be learning. Now let's say you are just a beginner and you want to understand what is row level security. So while pretending the role that behave like a Power BI expert, is specify that I am a beginner who is just started learning Power BI. So explain me what is row level security. In that time it will explain you using basic term, but if you directly just enter what is row level security, it will throw you with some high level words or some advanced level concepts. So this is about role. Again we will enter another prompt just for your example. So now we will say them that I am a data analyst working on a sales report in Power BI and I want you to provide me suggestions on some common KPIs to use in this report and how to calculate them using DEX. So firstly, I have provided my role, like at what level I am working, what I have to do, like I am working on the sales report, what I want from ChatGPT. I have specified that I want suggestions on some common KPIs. I have also asked him to calculate them using DEX and then suggest me which visual to use for that KPI. Now if I enter this, you can see a complete list of KPIs along with the DEX formula along with the visual, like which visual will be perfectly suited for it. You can see for total sales we have the formula and we have the suggestion for using the card visual. Then for year over year growth, we have the formula, we have the suggestion that either we can use a card visual or we can use a line chart. Then for total orders, average order value. So in this way you can generate KPIs. So usually when we work at initial level in any role, we just cannot directly get through on a client project. Firstly, we have to work on some POCs, some demo projects. So sometimes, like with my experience in some other organizations, the process might be different, but few organization I've worked with and few of my friends have worked with, they have told that at the initial level they had been thrown with some demo project. They have been asked to create a end-to-end report, and they just got the theme like create a HR and analytics report, or create a hospitality report, or create a management report. So they have to create the research for the data set and do everything on their own. Then they have to think about the KPIs. So in this way you can just get everything. I will also show you how you can create an end-to-end project even if you don't know anything about Power BI. So this is about the KPIs, but there are some limitations too which we have to keep in mind. So the fifth point is understand model limitation. So some of you might aware, some of you might not be aware that Power BI release update every month. So if you can go to the Microsoft community again and go to the blog section, you will find out monthly blogs published by Microsoft itself, and there is updates every month, some changes, some new features. But ChatGPT is not fully aware about it, so many times it gives wrong output. So we just cannot completely 100% rely on this. We can rely 80 to 90%, but we have to validate whatever the response we are getting from the AI tools. Even if there is any other AI tool, we have to keep it in mind. So now let's just copy this. Okay, so this is showing the February 2025 update, but what if you can see this is search for web, but if we ask any question related to it, it will reply many times in a wrong way. Sometimes it suggests the ways which are even did not exist in the Power BI, like go to this model view, click on this button and do this. But if we really go to that place, we cannot find that. So sometimes you have to go to the documentation too, just for the validation purpose. So this is about how you can create effective prompt. And now I will show you how some of the use cases of using ChatGPT for Power BI. So we can use it for creating sample data set and data structure. We can use it for extracting column names and data type from the M code. We can add comment and format M code. We can add comment and explain the DAX measures. We can use it for data cleaning and transformation purpose. And then finally we can use it for learning support and for certification preparation. So before going to all of these points, let me first show you how to create an end-to-end project. So all these points will automatically get covered within it, and if something remain, then we will just cover them separately. So let's create a new chat. So what we have learned till now, firstly we have to establish the role. So pretend to be a Power BI developer. Second thing, we will tell ChatGPT about me. So let me tell him that I am a complete beginner. Okay, so now it will provide me some suggestions like how to do this, but for now I will just stop it, because let's say you have any particular requirement. Let's assume you have to create a HR analytics dashboard. So I will specify that I want to create a HR analytics dashboard. Then I will tell ChatGPT to provide me sample dataset. Then we will ask ChatGPT that suggest me what are the data cleaning steps I have to do and how to perform data modeling. We will just simply enter this. So this has provided me some links for the sample dataset, but I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to completely rely on the ChatGPT itself. So what I will do is, I will more specify my requirement that I want the dataset to be created by you and provide me in Excel file. This will take a few seconds to create the dataset, but till now let's see what ChatGPT has written earlier. So it has provided us the sample HR dataset. Then it has also suggested me that we can remove the duplicate, we can handle missing values, convert data types like this. Then for data modeling, it has suggested that we have to create a fact table. There are some dimension tables. The relationships also specified by the ChatGPT itself. Metrics we also already get from the ChatGPT itself. And then about the detail about the visual. So in this way we are getting everything. We don't have to dedicate much time researching about what are the key KPIs. So now let's say what are the KPIs it has written till now. Total employees, attrition rate, average absenteeism rate, and average salary by department. But let's assume that you want some advanced KPI. So we will what we will do is we will ask ChatGPT to provide some advanced KPIs. So this will create it, but now it has created the dataset for me. So you can see I have created the HR Analytics dataset for you, and we can download the Excel file. So we can click on this button. The download will get started, and we have our HR Analytics dataset. So you can see we have the employee table and the performance table, and this complete dataset has been created by ChatGPT. If you want some more tables, you can go back, ask him to create that table particular. You can specifically enter the name, and then you can just customize your dataset. And you can see we also get the advanced HR KPIs. So this you can just copy and paste it into your dashboards. So this is the details about how to use ChatGPT while working as a beginner. But now let's assume you are working as a Power BI developer. You get some existing reports, and now you are confused like what the earlier developer has been worked on, what are the things they have done. So just for from my experience, I will share that recently I was given a Power BI report which was earlier created by a developer. He has performed so many transformation in the Power Query which are even not required, and there are around 18 to 20 transformation which I remember. I didn't remember the exact information number, but what I have to do is then I have to go on step by step. I have to see the M code, I have to see what is the step they have applied for, and there are so many unnecessary steps which has been implemented there. And the number of tables were around 25 to 30 tables, and in every table there are no best practices have been followed. So instead of dedicating so much time, I just copied the M code, pasted it into ChatGPT, and asked him to format that M code, add some comments into that M code, and explain me in summary like what he or she has done. So let me show you a demo report uh, which we can use for this purpose. So let's say I have this table which is this is just a demo data. So they have applied some transformation. So we have this query page, and if you go to the advanced editor, yeah, so you can see this is the complete M code. At a beginner level, or let's say if you are not familiar with how to query data using API, so in this particular M code they are calling the data using API. So if I am not aware about it, it will be so difficult for me to understand this, like what are the steps they have done. So what I will do is I will just copy this. I will go back to ChatGPT. This will summarize you the complete M code, what are the steps they have followed. You can see the step-by-step explanation. And even if you have any large table, large data set which has so many columns, then you can ask ChatGPT to return me the column list, the data type of all the columns. In that way, you can summarize your table, or we can say your data effectively. So this is about the M code. Then let's say some complex measures have been created in your report. So let's just open and just for a demo purpose, let's assume I have this measure, and I don't know what they are doing in this measure. So I will go back to ChatGPT. I will paste it. Right now the measure looks well formatted, but uh, at the initial level some people don't format the measure. I will also show you how you can format your DAX measure. But if you have any long measure, you are unable to understand what the measure exactly is doing it, so we can just copy paste it and ask ChatGPT to explain the measure. So it will provide you the breakdown. It will explain you step by step, like what the measure exactly doing it, what are the table it is referring to. So in this way you can use ChatGPT for evaluating the measures. And many times we have to add some comments, because even right now I am working on any project, in future someone else will be working on it. So for him or them, for them it will be easy to understand, we add comments. So you can see in this M code, the M code already exists. But if the M codes are not the the comments are not there, you can see in this green we have specified like what this step is going to do. You can add this everything using ChatGPT, just paste it there, and you have to tell that add comment for each step, and this will be done. So this is about how you can use it while working. Some of you might be familiar with the TMDL view. We can conduct a separate session on that, like what is it. For some it will be like advanced level. So just for a summary, the TMDL view provide you the details, complete details, including metadata and what is happening on the backend. So you can just drag and drop the table, and this will provide you a TMDL script. So you can copy this and again paste it into ChatGPT and ask to summarize it. So this is about how to use as a developer. Now how to use it for learning support and interview preparation, and how for certification. So the few things we have to follow same. We have to specify the role, we have to set the tone of the complexity, and then we have to just tell them like what you are preparing for. So let's say I am preparing for PL300 exam. So I will specify that for now I am just skipping the first two steps of establishing the role and setting the tone. You can do it on your end. We will ask ChatGPT to take our test so that we can evaluate our preparation. So in this way you can enter a prompt, and this will ask you questions one by one. Now I have not specified that I want the MCQ question or theoretical question, so we can specify that. So you can see I got a MCQ question. So now just provide anything as an answer. So it is specified that the answer is incorrect. We have to, the correct answer is this, and we get the explanation. And then they have provided me the next question. So in this way you can prepare. Same thing you can do for interview. ChatGPT will ask you the question. You can use this voice option, communicate your answer, and then you can ask it, this is my answer, how I can improve this, or how I can add some more details or some real life example. So these are the basic things which we can do using ChatGPT, and that is all from my side. Now if you have any question, you can ask in the chat. Okay, so I will share the PPT with you in the chat box itself, or in the WhatsApp group I will forward you the PPT. Aditya, yeah, overall we need to become good prompt engineers. Yeah, definitely. Even if you are working as a data engineer, data analyst, data scientist, or in any role, you should be good with prompting. You should be well communicated. It's not just limited to communicate with your team, communicate with your management. You have to be good in communicating with AI too, because that is the actual future, which is going to cover a lot of things. Okay, we have one question from Pratik. Basically need to use the AI reducing our manual work. We just need to validate the response which ChatGPT has provided, which is going to reduce our manual coding part. Yes, absolutely. Most of the time, I'm not saying it is wrong, but it is correct most of the time. You will get the accurate answer, but just for the validation purpose, you have to cross check some the basic question. If you ask, it will absolutely give you the correct answer, but sometime when we ask advanced question like advanced DEX problem or scenario based questions with ChatGPT, then it provides anything. If he doesn't have knowledge about it, it will provide anything, even if does not it didn't work or anything. So you just have to validate. How to deal with hallucination of AI, how to clearly communicate with AI when you don't know what is the issue going on. So it's just like when just assume, just for an example I am doing, we go to doctor doesn't know what we are going through. We have to explain them like this is the things which are hurting me, or at this part of my body it is uh, causing pain or anything. Same way we have to communicate with ChatGPT or AI tools again and again. We have to tell our problem. It will provide you some solution. You have to read it. Then you have to enter again like this is the part you are missing, or you have to provide some more details on this part. So let's just for an example take a option of bookmark. So if you ask ChatGPT like how to create a bookmark, it will tell you that go to bookmark pane, click on the create button, and it will create the bookmark. But as a beginner, I don't know where to find the bookmark pane. So I will tell that I don't know where is the bookmark pane in Power BI. So then it will tell you that you have to go to this view, you have to go there. You have to again communicate if you face any challenge. So this is a two-way process, and you have to do it again and again. Okay, we have one question from Paridhi. What is the difference of using AI for Power BI and using Power BI without AI? Yeah. So using AI for Power BI is what we have covered till now in this session, like how to use AI for reducing the manual task, how to uh, like debug our measures, or how to write effective measures. Like we can write a same measure using 3-4 way, but we have to optimize our performance. When you will be working with the large reports or with large data set, same function can give you the result within 1 second, but another function can take up to 10 seconds. So for these things we can use AI so that it can provide us the best result. And Power BI without AI, so that's we are using till now, but we can do all the things. We have the documentation, we have the community, we have the tutorials. We can use Power BI easily But without AI, I can say right now, if you are not using Copilot within the Power BI desktop itself, it is kind of Power BI without AI. Okay, we have one question from Aditya that in interview we cannot use ChatGPT. So how should be our approach for this? Also, there is limitation to prompting. So should we buy ChatGPT Pro version? For this, I can say you can ask ChatGPT to behave like ChatGPT Pro version, and it will provide you some effective prompt. There is limitation, but it's just a model limitation. Just give me a minute. Yeah. So what I'm saying is it's a model limitation. You can even ask ChatGPT enter prompts in ChatGPT. If the daily limit is utilized, you can cover that. It is not a major limitation which you face if it get converted to ChatGPT Mini. You can still ask question. It will provide you answers. It's just that it is a thing we have in mind that ChatGPT 4 plus or like if the pro version will get you effective answer, but we have something then nothing. So you can use it in interviews. I will surely say that never use anything if you are giving interviews, because I have taken so many interviews and your eye movement can tell that you are looking on something or reading something. So before interviews you use ChatGPT or anything as much as you can, but in interviews never use anything, because I have noticed many times that people first took 30 seconds and pretend to think like we are thinking about the solution, and just after 30 seconds they fluently answer that question. So that eventually show up that the candidate is using AI or any other tool, or they are cheating some in some way, and they will eventually face the rejection. So I will recommend to not use anything in the interview. Okay, we have one question from Harshit that I am finding a difficulty to get data using API. Is there any resource from where I can learn? So you can go search for the blogs, but if you are looking for videos, then I will suggest you to search for one. There is a channel named Introverted Manager. So you can just go to Google and search for the Introverted Manager Power BI. On his channel, you will find out some really good videos on how to import data using APIs. Okay, we have another question that how can someone use domain knowledge, let's say on manufacturing operation, in securing a operation analyst if someone has a strong domain knowledge and intermediate level knowledge of data analysis Power BI. Great. So let's say you have knowledge about the manufacturing operation, but you don't have much knowledge about Power BI. You can simply go to ChatGPT, tell them that I have worked in this domain, I have knowledge about this. Tell me about how I can create a Power BI report using this domain or for this domain. So you can search for it, then it will provide you some suggestion. You can look for data, or you can ask ChatGPT to create the data for you for that particular domain. Then you can ask for KPIs, like what are the KPIs which are related to this manufacturing domain. And one thing I can like suggest you to go for Microsoft App Source. There is a platform just like we have Play Store in our mobile phone. We have a separate Microsoft App Source where organization publish their reports. So let's say as I work for Adent Analytics, so we publish our work on Microsoft App Source so that clients can see that and they can reach out to us. But as a learner, or we can say as a Power BI developer, we can go there, we can search for manufacturing reports. So many organizations might have created the reports for this, so we can take example from that, like what exactly clients are looking for. We can definitely create some engaging dashboards or good looking reports, but mostly we lack is how it is useful for end user, how it is useful for clients or non-tech persons. So you can use Microsoft App Source for that purpose. Yeah. Any other questions from anyone? Okay, I guess we are good for now. And just for an information, tomorrow we have another session organized by Indore Data and BI community, which will be on how you can master Power BI. So if anyone is interested, I will drop the links and the details in the WhatsApp group itself. I will also share the PPT for today's session in the group. You can check it out there. And if you have any doubt, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. I will also share the LinkedIn profile link. And in future, we are also going to have so many sessions conducted by the IDBC community, and we will be having a speaker, Microsoft MVPs, Microsoft super users, thought leaders. So you can stay connected. You can follow IDBC on LinkedIn and on Microsoft Fabric community. Thank you everyone.